Did you know that repairing or replacing a dual clutch transmission can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000? But here's the thing. Most drivers are unknowingly damaging their DCT every single day without realizing it. From improper shifting to simple mistakes that slowly wear down your clutch, these bad habits could be silently draining your wallet. In this video, we're breaking down 6 critical mistakes you should never make if you own a dual clutch transmission vehicle. Avoid these, and you'll save yourself thousands in repairs. Keep your car running smoothly and extend the life of your transmission. Let's dive in. Number 1. Avoid improper shifting techniques. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in a dual clutch transmission vehicle is trying to outsmart its shifting logic by forcing gear changes at the wrong time. Unlike manual or automatic transmissions, a DCT relies on pre-selected gears for lightning-fast shifts. The system uses 2 separate clutch packs, one handling even gears and the other handling odd gears, allowing for nearly instant gear changes. However, forcing a downshift while accelerating or an upshift while braking can confuse the transmission and lead to unexpected delays. For example, if you're pressing hard on the accelerator and suddenly force a downshift, the system might already be preparing for an upshift. This misalignment causes a slight hesitation, delaying power delivery and making the vehicle feel unresponsive. On the other hand, if you're braking but try to manually upshift, the system has likely pre-selected a lower gear in anticipation of slowing down. By forcing an upshift at that moment, you disrupt the logic, leading to an awkward and sluggish shift that doesn't match your actual driving condition. While these actions won't cause immediate damage, they do put extra stress on the transmission, increase clutch wear, and reduce the efficiency of the gear shifting process. The best way to drive a DCT? Trust the system. These transmissions are engineered to predict your next move based on throttle input, braking behavior, and speed. Letting it shift naturally ensures smoother transition, better fuel efficiency, and longer transmission life. So, instead of trying to micromanage your gear changes, focus on smooth acceleration and braking, and let the DCT do what it was designed to do. Shift with precision and speed. Number 2. Don't manually shift to neutral when stopping. One of the most common misconceptions about dual clutch transmission vehicles is that you need to shift to neutral when coming to a stop to reduce clutch wear. This might make sense in a manual transmission where the driver has full control over the clutch engagement, but in a DCT, it's completely unnecessary and can actually work against you. Modern dual-clutch transmissions are designed with smart logic that automatically disengages both clutches when you apply the brakes at a certain pressure and speed. This means that when you come to a stop, the system already mimics a neutral state, preventing unnecessary clutch wear without you having to do anything manually. If you constantly shift to neutral at stoplights or in traffic, you're simply adding unnecessary wear to the shifting components, increasing the chances of mechanical issues over time. Additionally, shifting into neutral at stops can reduce your control over the vehicle. If you suddenly need to accelerate to avoid an obstacle or react to traffic, you'll experience a slight delay as the transmission re-engages drive mode, something that can be avoided by simply letting the system handle it as designed. Number 3. Never release the brake on an incline. If you're stopped on a hill in a dual-clutch transmission vehicle, one of the worst things you can do is take your foot off the brake before you're ready to move. The automatic transmissions use a torque converter to keep the car in place. A DCT relies on a clutch pack that engages and disengages as needed. When you release the brake on an incline, the clutch has to slip slightly to prevent the car from rolling backward, which generates unnecessary heat and accelerates clutch wear. Over time, this habit can lead to premature clutch degradation, increased maintenance costs, and even a shorter transmission lifespan. The smarter move? Keep your foot on the brake or activate your vehicle's hill hold assist if it has one. Hill hold assist is designed to hold the brakes for a few seconds after you release the pedal, preventing rollback and giving you time to smoothly transition to the accelerator. This ensures the clutch remains disengaged until you're ready to go, reducing strain on the system. If your car doesn't have hill hold assist, develop the habit of transitioning smoothly from the brake to the accelerator to avoid putting excessive load on the clutch. The key is to let the brakes do their job, not the clutch. By following this simple practice, you'll extend the life of your transmission. Number 4. Avoid excessive inch forward movement. Unlike traditional automatic transmissions that use a torque converter to manage low-speed movement, dual clutch transmissions rely on actual clutch plates, engaging and disengaging just like a manual transmission. When you inch forward in tiny increments, the clutch never fully engages, meaning it has to slip slightly each time you move. This repeated slipping generates heat and friction, two things that significantly shorten the lifespan of your clutch pack. This issue becomes even more problematic in stop-and-go traffic, during slow-speed maneuvers like parking, or when towing a heavy load. In these situations, the clutch is under more strain, and excessive slipping can lead to overheating, glazing, or premature wear of the clutch material. Over time, this can result in rough shifts, delayed engagement, and ultimately, expensive repairs. So, what's the right way to handle this? Instead of inching forward in tiny bursts, allow a small gap to form between you and the car in front. Then accelerate smoothly when you need to move. This allows the clutch to fully engage rather than slipping constantly. If you're in stop-and-go traffic for an extended period, consider shifting to neutral when completely stopped to give the clutch a break. Number 5. Don't hold the brake and accelerator together for too long. If you've ever tried to launch your car by holding down both the brake and accelerator at the same time, you might be causing more harm than you realize. Unlike a traditional automatic transmission with a torque converter, a dual clutch transmission directly engages the clutch when you press the accelerator. When you hold both pedals for too long, the clutch starts to engage while the brakes are still applied, creating excessive heat and friction in the clutch pack. This can lead to premature wear, overheating, and even clutch glazing, which reduces its ability to grip properly in the future. Most modern dual-clutch vehicles have built-in protection mechanisms that detect this scenario and limit engine RPM to prevent serious damage. For example, Hyundai's system detects when both pedals are pressed and reduces engine speed if no movement is detected. However, even with these safeguards, excessive brake and accelerator overlap can still cause unnecessary strain. So, what's the right way to launch a dual-clutch vehicle? If you need a quick start, use launch control, or keep your foot on the brake, press the accelerator briefly to raise the RPM, and release the brake quickly to avoid prolonged clutch slippage. Number 6. Never neglect regular maintenance. One of the most important things you should never overlook with a dual clutch transmission is regular maintenance. A DCT operates using a more complex system of clutches, gears, and hydraulics that requires specific care to ensure long-term performance. Neglecting regular maintenance such as fluid changes, clutch inspections, and software updates can lead to degraded performance, rough shifting, overheating, and even clutch failure over time. Dual clutch transmissions often require special transmission fluid that's designed to provide optimal lubrication and cooling for the clutch packs and internal components. Over time, this fluid can break down or become contaminated, leading to increased friction, heat buildup, and accelerated wear on the clutches. It's essential to follow the manufacturer's recommended service intervals for fluid changes to keep the transmission operating smoothly. In addition to fluid changes, it's crucial to have the clutch packs inspected periodically, especially if you frequently drive in stop-and-go traffic, tow heavy loads, or use launch control regularly. These conditions can accelerate wear and reduce clutch life if left unchecked. Many DCTs also rely on complex computer algorithms to manage gear changes and clutch engagement. Staying up to date with software updates from the manufacturer ensures that your transmission is running the latest logic for optimal performance and responsiveness. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, then do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.